Hi class, here we are, Miracle Worker, still Act 1, and I'm starting at the top of page 36. And it's James and Kate, and then later on Captain Keller comes in. So let's begin. I'll need a ladder. Shouldn't take me long. And Kate goes, Why, what shouldn't take you? Jimmy, do as I say. Go upstairs at once and tell Miss Sullivan supper is getting cold. She's locked in her room. Locked in her room? What on earth are you? Helen locked her in and made off with the key. And you sit here and say nothing? Well, everyone's been telling me not to say anything. He goes serenely out and across the yard, whistling. Keller, thrusting up from his chin, makes for the stairs. Benny, look out and back for Helen. See if she has the key. Yes, Miss Kay. Benny goes out the rear door. She's out by the pump. Kate goes out on the porch after Helen, while Captain Keller, knocks on Annie's door, then rattles the knob imperiously. Miss Sullivan, are you in there? Oh, I'm in here all right. Is there no key on your side? Well, if there was a key in here, I wouldn't be in here. Helen took it. The only thing on my side is me. Miss Sullivan, he tries, but he can't hold it back. Not in this house 10 minutes. I don't see how you managed it. He stomps downstairs again while Annie mutters to herself, and even I'm not on my side. Benny! Yes, Captain? Put that meat back in the oven. Benny bears the roast off again while Keller strides out onto the porch. Kate is with Helen at the pump, opening her hands. She has no key. Nonsense, she must have the key. Have you searched in her pockets? Yes, she doesn't have it. Kate, she must have the key. Would you prefer to search for yourself, Captain? No, I would not prefer to search her. She almost took my kneecap off this evening when I tried merely to. James reappears carrying a long ladder, with Percy running after him to be in on things. Take the ladder back. Certainly. He turns around with it. Martha keeps skipping around the upstage corner of the house to be in on things, accompanied by the setter, Belle. She could have hidden the key. Well, where? Anywhere. Under a stone, in the flower bed, in the grass. Well, I can't plow up the entire grounds to find a missing key, Jimmy. Jimmy! Sir? Bring me the ladder. Certainly. Minnie comes around downstage side of the house to be in on things. She has Mildred over her shoulder, bleeding. Keller places the ladder against Annie's window and mounts. Annie, meanwhile, is running about, making herself presentable, washing the blood off her mouth, straightening her clothes, tidying her hair. Another Negro servant enters to gaze in wonder, increasing the gathering ring of spectators. What is Mildred doing up? Captain woke her, ma'am. All that hollering. Miss Sullivan! Annie comes to the window with as much air of gracious normality as she can manage. Keller is at the window. Yes, Captain? Come out. I don't see how I can. There isn't room. I intend to carry you. Climb onto my shoulder and hold tight. Oh no, it's very chivalrous of you, but I really prefer to, Miss Sullivan, follow instructions. I will not have you also tumbling out of our windows. Annie obeys, with some misgivings. I hope this is not a sample of what we may expect from you in the way of simplifying the work of looking after Helen. Captain Keller, I perfectly able to go down the ladder under my own. I doubt it, Miss Sullivan. Simply hold on to my neck. He begins down with her while the spectators stand in a wide and somewhat awe-stricken circle watching. Keller half misses a rung and Annie grabs for his whiskers. My neck, Miss Sullivan! I'm sorry to inconvenience you this way. No inconvenience other than having that door taken down and the lock replaced if we fail to find that key. Oh, I'll look everywhere for it. Thank you. Do not look in any rooms that can be locked. There. He stands her on the ground and James applauds. Thank you very much. Annie smooths her skirt, looking as composed and ladylike as possible. Keller stares around at the spectators. Go back to your work. What are you looking at here? There's nothing here to look at. They break up and move off. Now, would it be possible for us to have supper like other people? He marches into the house. Vinny, serve supper. I'll put Mildred to sleep. They all go in. James is the last to leave, murmuring to Annie with a gesture. James, might as well leave the LADDER. Annie ignores him, looking at Helen. James goes in too. Imperceptibly, the lights commence to narrow down. Annie and Helen are now alone in the yard. Helen, seated at the pump, where she has been oblivious to it all, a battered little savage, playing with a doll in a picture of innocent contentment. Annie comes near, leans against the house, taking off her smoked glasses, studies her, now with awe. Presently Helen rises, gropes around to see if anyone is present. Annie evades her hand, and when Helen is satisfied she's alone, the key suddenly protrudes out of her mouth. She takes it in her fingers, stands thinking, gropes to the pump, lifts a loose board, drops the key into the well, and hugs herself gleefully. Annie stares, but after a moment she shakes her head to herself. She cannot keep a smile from her lips. You devil! Her tone is one of great respect, humor, and acceptance of challenge. You think I'm so easily gotten rid of? You have a thing or two to learn first. I have nothing else to do. She goes up the steps to the porch, but turns for a final word, almost of warning. And nowhere to go. And presently she moves into the house to the others, as the lights dim down and out, except for the small circle upon Helen, solitary at the pump, which ends the act.